lot of chores. We were out of town for the weekend, and we've been back for the past couple of days. But yesterday, I had to go to the grocery store and was working. My son also is doing homeschooling right now. And then today, I actually was supposed to go meet with a client, but he says hi. But that ended up getting canceled. Hi. And so I have this time now in the afternoon here. I'm just finishing up homeschooling with my son, and I'm gonna get started. Everything is just kind of a mess. We have a little bit of unpacking left to do, sweet girl. So I'm gonna get started. I really just need to do like the whole house. I don't think it's gonna happen. It is 2 o'clock, and I don't really want to stress about it. I just want this to be really relaxing, and I just want to feel better at the end of it and not have it stress me out because I don't get everything done on my list. So I'm going to put on some music and get started now. Okay, so now it's just about 3:15, and I was gonna get started cleaning about an hour ago, but my daughter asked me to have a tea party. So that's one thing that I really try harder at every day, is that when they ask me to do something or ask me to play, that I'm not just telling them, oh, I'll play with you later after I clean. I have these dishes to do. You know, there is always a lot to do around the house, but all that stuff that can wait. And that's one thing. Like now, my mom, she was always super anal when I was growing up. We had our own chores, and her house was like immaculate. And now we're all grown and out of the house, and she's like, my house, it was messy before, but I had my happy kids and my happy family there within those walls. And so now it's clean, but I miss you guys. So I just try not to let that stuff get to me, the mess. It can always be cleaned up. And I'm always really thankful when my husband gets off work, because he really helps me tidy up a lot. So this we can take care of. But now I'm a little behind schedule, but that's fine. Like I said, I don't want to stress about it. I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to start... I think I'm going to do the living room first, which I just did the living room for you guys, but this is real life. This is how it is. So let's get going. As usual, my throw pillows are on the ground, so I'm going to start by taking the covers off. They were looking a little stained, and throwing them in the wash with my cream colored curtains I have in the living room. I also have a set in the hallway. Just kind of organizing these magazines to the best of my ability until I can get a basket for those. Adding to my list now. And I'm trying to get rocks out of my step stool. We collect rocks because we have a rock tumbler. If you don't have one, it's really cool. You basically have the 5 stages of rock tumbling with finer sands. It gets finer as it goes on, but then they come out super shiny. So we love to go out and take hikes and see what kind of cool rocks we can find and what we think will actually look really good when they're done. But now I'm just going to go around and dust the blinds here before I vacuum the couch. My son, my little helper, dusting to the best of his ability. But I have mentioned in my last video, my pink pillows, they get feathers out everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out how I can stop it from happening, or if I need to buy like a liner for them, or how I can do this. But I've never dealt with this before. So if you have any tips, please let me know in the comments below. Now that I'm done vacuuming the couch, I'm going to spray it with some Odoban, which is a air and fabric disinfectant and deodorizer, and this one's an eucalyptus scent. And next I'm going to vacuum my pillows, just because I wanted to get the extra cat and dog hair off of them before I put them back on the couch.
nice close-up of all the feathers that get all over the couch, and I'm just kind of getting over these pillows. We've only had them for a few months, but this is just like the bane of my existence. So I really need to find a solution, because I really like these pillows and they're really comfortable and soft, but I can't hang with the feathers anymore. I'm just going to go around and start dusting the rest of the room. I am germinating an avocado seed. That was what that was in that little white container. But this is the best spot for it, I think, with the brightness that it needs, and also keeping my cat from drinking the water that's in there. But it finally sprouted, and it's been 8 or 9 weeks, but the stem is about 2 inches tall now. So in just a few weeks, I think I'll be able to finally pot it. And now I'm going to go around. I'm cleaning my table with Fabuloso today. I kind of rotate. I mentioned in my last video that the Pledge gets a little greasy and sometimes the kids are a little grimy. So I like the Fabuloso for cutting through and cleaning it really well. And I like to use the Pledge more for just a shine. Next, I'm just dusting my entertainment center, and please don't judge. It is on the top of my priority list of things that I need to replace in this house, but it's just completely fallen apart. And I'm going to just dust this furnace because cat hair gets all in it. And next, I'm going to vacuum. We don't have any carpet in this house, but for my area rugs, I like to use my Shark sweeper. It has the hard floor and the carpet settings, which my last stick vacuum did not have. And it actually picks up so much hair surprisingly well, more than my other vacuum. And now I'm just losing it over here, Hot Mess Express, but continuing on, I really like to use this one more than my other vacuum just because of how much I get up. I felt like I had to go over the rug 16 times to actually get everything up, but this one works really well. Finish up by dusting this corner of the room, which I've talked about before, but I really want to reorganize. I did have a plant in that planter up until a couple weeks ago. I gave it to my brother because I'd actually propagated it from my other plant that's in my kitchen. And so now I just need to go shopping for another plant, but I'm waiting until I can go to Trader Joe's. I think I'm going to go next week. I only do probably a once a month trip to Trader Joe's, but I love their plants. So I'm going to look for something to put in there then. And next, I'm just going to do a quick sweep through the living room. Since we had just gone back into town, I had mopped right before we left. So since we weren't here, I didn't really need to mop again. I just needed to do a quick sweep throughout. At this point, my curtains and my pillow covers were out of the wash, so I'm just going to hang them back up and finish off the living room. up is my son's room, and we recently got him this new mattress and bed frame. My daughter got one as well. They used to have bunk beds that came apart, but they were falling apart after a few years, and actually they were less than $200 for both the bunk beds and the mattress, which were super skinny. But I was so thankful at the time to be able to buy them. But we recently got these more comfortable ones, and so I need to get like a headboard and a skirt for them. And I'm so sorry, this is like the sloppiest bed making job ever, but I was in a little bit of a hurry since it was later in the day. And so next I'm just going to go through his work area. This is something that we need to work on with him, just keeping his workspace tidy, because he keeps coming out and asking me, where's my paper, where's my books, yada yada yada, and it's all there. But he's only 7 and he's doing great. You know, it's hard for the kids right now. On his first day he had a tough time doing the whole Zoom meeting, but everyone's just doing the best they can. So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on him and just make his life a little bit easier, because this is hard for the kids especially. I mean, I know it's hard for the parents, especially if you work, to have to homeschool your kid and find the time to work. But we will get through this, and I'm hopeful that when we look back at this time in the future, that it will just seem like a small blip in our kids' lives and in our lives. And I know it's really hard. I know that it's a really depressing time right now. Very uncertain, but this is how you build resiliency. And my kids, they don't even hardly know what's going on. They're just happy to be home with mom and dad. And he does miss his friends. He does want to go back to school, but all in all, he's okay and he's safe. And I pray that he continues to stay healthy and safe, and that we can all get through this and get back to normal as soon as possible. On into the kitchen, I just need to quickly tidy up in here, wipe down the table. I'm also going to wash the curtains and the placemats, and I'm just so in love with the way this table turned out. We actually recently redid it. It was a very raw color table from IKEA, and for the longest time we had actually tried to stain one of the chairs. We tried staining the whole thing. We stopped at one chair, and so for like 5 years I've had mismatched chairs. And I was finally sick of looking at it, so we recently did it, and I just love the way it came out with the chalk paint and the stain. So please do not mind the paint peeling off everywhere in my house. My husband works in construction, and he did not work on this house, but he says that they did not prime it properly, and they also use an oil-based paint, so it's just peeling off like in our bathroom. You can see it in my son's room, in the kitchen here, in the hallway. So I swear we're not like dinging up the walls. It's just really poor workmanship. Kitchen with the Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner. This one is the Spring and Bloom scent, which I like. It's one that I haven't gotten sick of. I actually bought a whole nother jug of it, and I just dilute it with the water. But I like to use this. Like I said, it's really good for cutting through grime and stuff like that, and for just a basic cleaning when I'm not disinfecting. I did finish the dishes, and I even cleaned the sink for you guys, but my camera died and I didn't realize. But here's the before and the after, and as you can see, my sink is sparkly clean and empty. Yay! Now I'm going to clean the bathroom, and I'm going to start by using the Lysol Lime and Rust toilet bowl cleaner. I really like this one because we have the hard water stains. We live on a well system, and so I like this one, and I like the Works toilet bowl cleaner as well. They work really well to get those stains out. And I'm just wiping things down again with a Fabuloso. Since we weren't home and we were out of town, I didn't really need to disinfect much in here. Daughter's room, and again, since I had just cleaned before we went out of town, it didn't need any deep cleaning, just a quick tidy up. And her room, it gets a little out of control because she is so young. She's only 4, but she is good. She knows that whatever mess that she makes, she has to help clean up. So she does a great job. And I used to always catch myself telling her, like, don't make a mess, Scotland, come on, don't make a mess. And I was hanging out with a friend one day at her house, and Scotland walked into the room, and I was like, don't make a mess, we're gonna clean up any mess we make. And she was like, and if you do, we can clean it up. And that honestly just hit me so hard, because I realized like how discouraging it was for me to always tell her not to get into her things, and if she's not playing with her toys, she's going to be wanting to play on the tablet or watching TV. So I just really want to encourage her to play with her toys, and so I really try not to say that anymore. And I think I have been doing better. And she knows, too, that she has to clean up any mess she makes. So, in the end, it's all good. Didn't take long. Everyone's happy.
got these silhouettes from Disneyland, and we had another one here. It fell off and the frame broke because it was just like a clearance, really cheap frame at Walmart. It's actually gold, and I ended up painting it with chalk paint to this gray color that matches our hutch. And Disneyland does have the frames available for you to purchase, but if you don't buy the frames, it's only, I think, like $16 for the silhouettes, and you get 2 copies. So we always just do that. Oh, who's that?
Tyler.
Aww, I love Tyler. So I've been on the hunt for new frames, and it's kind of hard to find this size and shape, and I always look at Walmart because I know they carry them, but they never have them. But I was there yesterday actually, and I found some, so I'm really excited to get these ones. I'm good with the black. The other frames were like a really ugly cheap gold color, but the black is going to be good. So I want to get those in there and hang that other one back up on the wall. I'm so excited.
Before I get started on switching out the frames, I really needed to clean up my bedroom since it was coming up on dinner time, and I just wanted to get it cleaned up before bed. And I just have this mess here from a biz agent package that had come in, and if you haven't heard of them, you basically sign up and they send you products that you then review or share, like on Instagram or whatever, and share your opinion. So if you haven't signed up for them, definitely do it. I got some really cool stuff. I've gotten some good makeup. I got, in this package, it was the Go-Go Squeeze Happy Tummies fruit pouches. So yeah, and then I still have these bags of donations that I need to get rid of that are in the corner near my closet that you can't see them now, but you could see them in the before and after shots. And it's so hard because I know everyone during this quarantine has been cleaning out their closets too, and so all the places near us, the thrift stores, Goodwill, all that, they have been turning people away. So unless you get there super early, they likely fill up for the day. And so it's just been hard, especially with the school schedule, to get out. And so here they sit. But I did order a thread-up bag, so at least I can get rid of some of it. But I just need to get it out of my house. I'm sick of looking at it.
So I got dinner cooking, but I just really wanted to hop on here and show you guys how my husband took it upon himself to change out my pictures. This is they're a little bit younger there. It's a little bit of older one, and then they'll get, as they get older. And then this is just our thing. Like when we go to Disneyland, we get their silhouettes. And so we'll continue adding. But I found the frames at Walmart. They're just like $6. But I'm so happy to have my little silhouettes back up. Cute.
At this point, I had already made and cleaned up after dinner, and the last thing I had on my to-do list, which I saved for the end of the night, was to sweep the kitchen. So I'm just going to go ahead and sweep in here real quick, and that's all I have for today. So if you guys made it this far, thank you so much again for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.